water. You see, many people in the US take it for granted. We have clean water for drinking, washing, and agriculture. However, third world countries don't. 600,000 children die each year, which is linked to the lack of safe water. In these communities, filters and boiling water pose too expensive. A current solution is a solar disinfection. This is using transparent plastic bottles placed in the sun for 6 hours to 2 days. This reduces the amount of live bacteria and reduces infections because of dirty water. What our senior design project wanted to do was to disinfect 2.5 liters of water in under 15 minutes. We were to do this with the help of curcumin. Curcumin is a spice found in turmeric plant, which has a special property to activate with UV rays and kill bacteria. And so the first step in this project was to do lab testing. What's up, guys? We're here in the lab, and special appearance by the one and only Mukhtar and Manu. We're out here. I forgot to introduce our TA, Ji-Yoon. Say hi.
Hi.
So yeah, guys, we were diluting the samples that we had tested in the lab that day. Basically, the purpose was to find ideal conditions for disinfection. We had samples ranging from 3 to 5 to 10 minutes exposed to artificial sunlight, and from low to high curcumin concentration. We were extracting samples onto petri dishes. It looks like. Extract. Place it on there. And close the cap. And we're good to go. By the way, if you're wondering what Manu is doing in the background, he is spreading the solution results onto agar plates. Agar plates which would look like this after 1 day in incubation. This is what we do. We've been doing this for like a day or two. We feel like experts though. These results, we found 10 minutes was the ideal time to disinfect 99.999% of bacteria, with the key idea to keep high surface area to volume ratio. We did the calculations to see what was better, tubes versus a rectangular plane. The calculations proved the rectangular plane was better. Then we talked to Jed. Together we came up with the case and clamp idea. The idea was to have a cavity filled with water inside a glass case held together with clamps. This meeting with Jed proved to be very helpful because he simplified our design. For example, instead of using a gate, we would use solenoids, and therefore we avoided many conflicts in the future. For this, I nicknamed him the Man. We got to designing the window pane and the overall prototype. We were to build a window pane out of plexiglass. So we researched the materials and found this Taps plastic store in Sacramento. We thought it would be nice if they could build it for us, but in reality it was just too expensive, especially if we knew it might not even work. Instead, we thought and we were like, okay, we can build it on our own. And so that's what we did. And this is our work in progress. The idea was to have water come in through these tubes to disinfect in this general area, and then after 10 minutes come out through the bottom. This ended up costing around $100, which is about $80 cheaper than originally planned. And so in about 3 weeks we begin testing. So we are out here on the first prototype. This is how it looks like, testing the first prototype. So, did our first test work? Yeah, it did. Well, kind of. Actually, no, it didn't. You see, we had fully disinfected results. However, we couldn't really be sure if the disinfection or if zero bacterial growth was due to our prototype, or if we had made a mistake in the lab. And so therefore, we couldn't be sure. Now, in the spring, we were to do more testing. However, due to COVID-19, we had to make a math model with MATLAB instead. So, how does our model work? Basically, it's like a smoothie making machine. You input different flavors or different parameters, and at the end, you get a unique flavor. In our case, you would get a unique disinfection rate. The flavors or the parameters are light intensity, organic content, curcumin concentration, and window pane thickness. You all mix these together, and at the end, you get a specific bacteria death rate. According to our model, the bacteria would have been disinfected in 15 minutes. However, you gotta take this with a grain of salt, since this is only an estimate. And there you have it, y'all, our senior design project. This project took about 7 months of work. Hope y'all learned something, and see y'all next time.